Thoughts never spoken. Feelings. They're the prices. Truth. Thoughts. Truth's never voiced.
Welcome to the Unspoken Voices Podcast with Chuck Ellis, where the rubber meets the road and the unspoken finds its voice. This is more than a podcast. This is a space for the thoughts you've been holding in, the conversation you've been avoiding, the feelings you've been struggling to explain. It's a platform for honesty, a safe place for courage, and voice for those who haven't found theirs yet. Here we don't run from real life.
We face it.
Whether you're calling in to share your story or listening because you're not ready to speak yet, this platform was built for you. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about
What's really going on? This is the Unspoken Voices Podcast.
All right. Good evening, everybody. This is Chuck Ellis again with y'all this week with the Unspoken Voices Podcast. First and foremost, I gotta apologize. My goodness, it was kind of hectic getting up and running, and I gotta tell you, man, to get over these technical difficulties, to get everything straight when you think you got it figured out, something else always comes about. So again, I want to apologize for my little tardiness there, and I want to get into what we got going on today. But as usual, and as always, first and foremost, on this show, we got to give thanks, praise, glory, and honor to God for having us here and allowing us to be here on another day to be able to share a moment with you, friends, family, and everybody else. Amen. Amen. And secondly, but not least of all, in keeping with the program structure, I wanted to say a big shout out to our sponsors. I want to give a moment for them, tell them about them. Okay, there goes the moment of silence to the sponsors because we don't have y'all yet. Again, that's what I like to do. So, like I said, when I get my sponsors, then we're gonna be top notch, getting it all right. Today is heart to heart. Me and you, we're gonna have a conversation, brief conversation, just about what's really going on out here and some views. So I open the platform up. I welcome all comments, any suggestions, anything somebody wants to say during the course of the podcast. You can chime in. I'll look at the comments. I definitely can answer some of them. And if I can't answer them, or I'm not going to use the word can't. If I'm not able to answer them at the present moment, I will do my best to make sure I get back to them and address them in an expedient manner. Okay. So what was I thinking about? First, I was thinking about this. It's tax time, y'all. Look, man. Listen, check this out. It's tax time, players. And, I got to keep it funky with y'all, man. Look, a lot of people be blowing a lot of bread when tax comes. And I mean, it lasts for about, I don't know. Some people get maybe about 10, 12, 13, 14, 20. I don't know how many thousands of dollars you get, right? And like every year, same thing. You get some tax money and boom, it's gone. Some people do the first thing they do is say, all right, man, you know what, bro? I'm going to go get me a car. Don't even take into account, like, can you really afford the car? Or what about gas? What about insurance? What about maintenance? So you go get a car. I'm talking about you go get a car. You blow your whole demonstration on taxes, right? On your taxes on the car. And then by June they come to get that mother. So you hold off and then like you hide it until maybe like, I don't know, November. Then when just about to get cold, they find it. And you see the repo man coming pulling up with that quick snatch demonstration and take your poor little car. So folks, come on, let's build better, let's be better, let's do better about the bread we get, man, because times is crucial right now. I ain't telling you no lie. And speaking of crucial times, you know, we had a conversation last week with Mr. Willie Pole and his youth organization Focus. Um, I don't want to not recognize that because when we talk about it's like a follow-up discussion, right? And when we talk about what's the importance, exactly, what is the importance of youth organizations such as Focus, and whereas though a lot of our youth need guidance now more so than they ever did, and why would that be? I don't know. I would ask y'all that. I would ask the viewers that question, like, why do youth need guidance now in this day and age, right now, more than they ever had? It's something crucial going on. I have my opinion on it, and I definitely want to hear from people about their opinion on it. So what I'm gonna do is, like, some of these questions that I put up, I'm gonna post them. I'm gonna post them, and I'm gonna ask y'all and see what kind of reply I get back. You know, and I also want to address, like, what's the value of like mentorship and structure. Like, how do y'all value mentorship? I messed it up. Okay, how? I gotta slow down because I'm from, like I said, y'all know I talk funny. How do y'all view the value of mentorship and structure when it comes to, you know what? I can't even say when it comes just specifically to the youth, because a lot of adults need some mentorship and some structure themselves. And don't take it in a negative format, because even my day and age, I take mentorship from other individuals. I think my uncle told me this one time. He said, "Man, if you want to be productive, or if you want to be in a certain position in life, you do, or you look and see what those who have done what you're doing are doing, or how they did it. Surround yourself with positive influence. Take in what you need to take in, and don't take in what you need. You throw away what you don't want to use. But even the negative things that are happening, you can learn from." So I had to, like, I took that, because when I was around people, like, when you get around like millionaires and people making money and stuff like that, you look at it like, well, hey, what's going on? Like, how they make their money? Because let me tell you something. A lot of them, even though they make their money a certain way, and they can tell you a lot of stuff. Please don't misunderstand. Don't let this go over your head. Don't misunderstand it. And I'm talking about my life. But when you around a lot of people, when you even get in a circle of people who got some bread, who have made their way. Some people, not everybody, but some people, it's a rare few. Some people tend to change their perspective, and I guess you have to, in that light, you have to change certain things in order to protect yourself in many ways. But at the same token, like, don't be a gatekeeper to say that if you're gonna open the door, open the door. Don't open the door, and then when you open the door, that person you open the door for is doing their thing, and then you shut the door on them. That ain't cool. You know, like, we got millionaires and stuff out here building people up. If you ever thought about, like, if we as a society started, or people who made it, just start building up other individuals just out the blue. I mean, people that got the drive to do it. But if we start building them up in a community sense, and you tax that one person that you built up to build up somebody else, just think of how that structure could flow. And that really goes to the value of what Mr. Willie Pole is doing. Because in his program, he's helped building up those youth in our community that are going back and grabbing some of their friends and bringing them in and making it, and I ain't say making them, but giving them more information, giving them more insight, giving them a light as to the direction and things that they learned to help them move forward. And it's like, passing it on. And these kids, man, nowadays, man, they they see a lot of stuff. It's a lot of cycles, a lot of stuff that they see that go on, and it affects our community. And that's just like, like today, like every day, I'm thinking about like what we're going through and some of the pressures that we're feeling with. And just think about it like right now. Think about this. And sometimes you look at the gas prices right now. Look at the gas price. They starting to jump to the moon. And if you think about it, like what's the cost of the gas? How are the costs of gas and energy and stuff affecting the working class people? I mean, it doesn't have to be the working class. It's hurting the working class, to tell you the truth. I mean, hell, I'm the working class. I'm the class of the working. Man, look, it's hurting me. You go to the pump, and it's like, yo, I gotta pay a whole Happy Meal to put gas in my vehicle just to get it up the street. Now, who's that? I gotta get back too. So now that's a couple Happy Meals. So now you got like the truck drivers, and me personally, it affect me because like I was in the trucking industry, right? And when COVID hit and the gas prices went up to like maybe like the diesel, especially diesel, went up to like $6 something a gallon, right? I got depressed. I ain't telling you no lie. I wanted to cry. Matter of fact, I think I did cry. I just felt bad. I went into a big slump, man. It's like when you finally think you've arrived and you're making a few dollars, and you can look in the mirror and say, man, I'm proud of myself. I built something for me and my children, and just something to feel lively about. And then the gas prices, because that's what you need the fuel in order to travel, but the gas prices hit like $6 a gallon, and you got 8 trucks or whatever the case may be, whereas though you was making $1 million in a year, 400,000 of the $1 million going towards fuel costs. That's crazy, right? So I mean, it's a lot of things going on with pressures and emotional drama and things like that. Because, like I said, we got to deal with that. You got to deal with that emotional trauma. Because I mean, depression is something serious. I didn't even know I was depressed. I just thought I wasn't feeling good. But when I got diagnosed or went and saw somebody, they say, "Man, you depressed." I'm like, "Well, all right, then. Well, make me feel better, please. Thank you very much." But another thing I want to talk about. Okay, so look, I'm not gonna get too far down the dumps on that because I got a lot of stuff. I don't have a lot of stuff. I got some things I want to address. All right, first and foremost, I've been talking to some people. I've been talking to some friends, some other people, and things about the podcast. That's what I'm talking about. About being able to one, come on and share the stories, and two, just to be able to have a dialogue about different things. So I got a list, man. I got a list of people coming up that a lot of y'all a lot of people gonna learn a lot from, gather a lot from as I relate to them. So first and foremost, I gotta figure out the order. I gotta figure out the order. But I know it's coming up because these are some important issues that these people have like a lot of experience in. So look, let me tell you something. So first I had, well, I can say first. One of the people I have coming up is Dr. Kimberly Gamble. Yes, Dr. Kimberly Gamble originated from out of Erie, Pennsylvania. So for those of you who are in Erie, Pennsylvania, just know that I'm going to have Dr. Kimberly Gamble come on, and we're going to have a real good discussion on a few things. I don't want to hit y'all to the whole thing on the discussion, but she has a very interesting insight and a perspective of life's challenges, to say the least. All right. So that's Dr. Gamble. And she's also in Virginia. So some people in Virginia and things like that will know her, or whoever may know her, Dr. Gamble, she coming on. And I'll give y'all a bio soon. I'll post that up soon. Who else do we have coming on? Well, down the line, we have Miss Felicia Gladney. She's coming on. And she got a program and a mentorship program, because I really just got a heads up on her program, right? So give me a minute to get that together. But just know that Felicia will be coming up and on the program. What else do we have? We got from Baltimore, we got Miss Paula Robbins. I was contacted by Paula, and she had a very interesting insight. Like, man, we talk about money, we talk about influences in life, we talk about dealing with emotional trauma, things like that. But I'm gonna tell you something. Her profession is, she deals with like insurance and family planning, things of that nature. But I have to tell you that is so crucial into what's going on, because you like me, y'all may get tired of people being on what's it called? Not WhatsApp. What's the thing called? Y'all all know what I'm talking about. Not off me, pay me. Some when people don't have no money to get their like burial expenses and stuff, right? So like people out here getting money. I mean, getting money all kinds of ways. But then if something happened to you, don't nobody know what's going on. You ain't done no family planning. You ain't done nothing. Like, you might be out there doing something. You buying houses, you doing this and that, but you don't leave to nobody. The state get turned over now. Your whole family, everybody fussing, and you taking care of the family, but you don't take care of them in a way in which you got a plan for when you're not here. Me personally, I don't like talking about it. Don't talk about me not being here. I ain't scared of death per se, because everybody got to come to it. I'm just saying I don't want to be talking about it because I don't, got things I want to do. I ain't ready right now. But if you ain't ready, you better get ready. And if you get ready, then you ain't got to worry, because it is what it is and you accept it. Hard pill to swallow, but it's the truth. And that kind of family planning is very crucial to a lot of people, because even with myself, like I had when my son passed away, right? And I'll talk about his passing soon. It affects me a lot whenever I talk about my son, because I really, really miss him. You know, I really, really miss him a lot. And it's just unfortunate. And I was just thinking about him yesterday. It's like, dang, yo, like, shorty, you gone, man. And like, I really, really miss you. But at the same token, when his passing occurred, it was all of a sudden. It was sudden enough. But fortunate enough, since the time that I came home or got out of, well, not even before, yeah, since the time that I got out of incarceration, I had a small life insurance policy on my son, just enough to bury him. And I had on all my sons, to tell you the truth. And the thing about it is that I learned that from my mother. My mother had had small policies on me and my brothers, because she had to do that. That was her way of planning ahead. Not saying she wanted nothing to happen to us, but I would have planned ahead to know that, something would be happening. And when these things happen, you really don't know what your current or what your financial state is going to be as it applies to your child. So she planned ahead, and I learned that. And thank goodness that I actually had it and kept it up long enough, because I was able to provide a uh, what you want to say, decent accommodations for my son. Okay, so next up, that was okay. That's Paula. Okay, so Paula gonna be coming on, and now I also have Terrell Jordan. Terrell Jordan is a real estate broker. Uh, he's also a loan officer, and he and I had a discussion about finances. And hey, man, you know what? There's some sharp cats out here, and I mean, sharp guys, low key, but they have a heart for people and to get things done. So I'm like, man, okay, to get things done. So Terrell want to come on, and he wants to offer up, like, I don't know if it's going to be weekly or monthly, but he wants to offer up some real sessions, some real advice on home ownership, money management, um, ins and out of like mortgage loans, and everything that deals with the housing market. So that'll be a great platform to have. And I thought it was essential because, like, when you don't have these things in place, it causes mental stress. And when you know more about it, it relieves some of the stress to help you deal and cope with things differently. Because if you know stuff, you be good. Like, when I came across a couple dollars I didn't know. You're not able to do certain things when you put yourself in a financial state if you don't know. So that means that it's a what is it? Preferable, little preferable, whatever it is, a plethora of information out there. But if it don't come across your table and you don't know exactly what to look for, you're gonna miss out on some things. So that's a good thing coming up. Terrell gonna hit us up with that. Um, oh yeah, okay. Now down to the nitty gritty. Some of these good old things. I have Mr. Michael Powell, Mike Powell. Man, my boy Mike, man. Why does Mike keep going out? Make me look dark. I don't know. But look, maybe I should got a different light. I don't know. But uh oh. I got a glitch in my. All right, well, I hope that light. Oh, my lighting changed. Oh my goodness. Here we go again with these technical difficulties. I guess I better move a little closer. Let me see. I think okay. All right. Well, I know y'all gonna be like, yo, this the realest podcast y'all have seen. This boy that got all kinds of problems and everything happening. Yes, I got issues, but I ain't gonna stress out about it. I can barely see the camera unless I put my glasses on. Let me put my glasses on, see what I can see. Uh, okay. Oh man, it looks so much better that I put these glasses on. Maybe I ought to keep it. Hey Shaq, I'm trying to tell you, boy, what you call it, Mr. Magoo's? I don't care what you call 'em, but as long as I put them on, ooh, the world looks so much brighter now that I put these things on. But when I raise them up, everybody seems to be a little foggy. But look, all right, so now look, check it out. I was talking to one of my guys, man, and named Mike Powell. And let me tell you, man, this cat right here, you know, yeah, he got a story to tell, man. And it's fortunate enough, and I'm fortunate enough to be in a position to assist in making that happen. So my guy was like, Charles, you know what, man? Let's do it. Let me come on and we're gonna talk about what needs to be talked about. I'm not gonna mess with you tonight. No, Shank, you cool, man. Cause you know what, I appreciate it. Hey, all right, so that's Mike. But I'm in side track because I was looking at Shank. He was like he wasn't gonna mess with me tonight. But I gotta tell Shank, man, I'm proud of you, bro, because you know you helped me get this thing started. But another thing I mentioned about you was them bow ties and how you was rocking like them, I don't know, some other suits. And you know what, man? I swear, bro, you changed up some stuff. I'm so proud of you. You all right with me, but keep your style. We good, cause this how I'm rocking. I'm rocking and rolling. I can, but let me put it. I can, but I'm not. I want to be comfortable when I'm online and I'm talking to people because that's how I get across. I'm comfortable. So anyway, all right, no rambling. I don't think. All right. So now, Mike Pyle. Back to Mike Pyle. Let me get him on. And also Mike got a thing called Chester's Pit Stop. He do a lot of cooking and stuff. And little brief story about me and Mike. Mike a couple years older than me, right? And he around the way, and you know how you look up to certain people in your neighborhood, and you know who doing what, who not doing what, and ain't no shame in the game how we get down. A lot of us, plenty of us was getting money. You know, that's what we call it, getting money. Was on the street getting money. Whatever level you was doing it in or whatever you was doing in life, you was getting a little bit of bread. But one day I was up I was in middle school, I was up Chicopin, and I was gonna get into a fight. I wanted to fight. I was gonna fight this dude. And I don't even think I should put his name out there because I know his name. And me and him we was gonna get into a fight. This is funny thing. This is how life be happening. Check it out. All right, look. Check it out. No lie, straight story. All right. In middle school, I was getting ready to fight this dude, right? And like my school is like a couple blocks from my house. All right. So now, but my neighborhood, a lot of us went to the same middle school. So we was deep. It's like, yo, we was deep. We was with it. Our little group was called TSD. So look, one day I was by myself and I could fight. Don't get it wrong. I ain't no punk. I was with it. So anyway, but you ain't gonna fight no 20 something people. So look, this what happened. So I get out of school and I don't know where my fellas was. I don't know where they was at. Like, wasn't nobody there when I was looking for them. So like I'm walking out. So I think this guy he's from down Greenmount. So I was getting ready to fight him, right? And then next thing you know, I see all these people with him. And I'm like, dang, yo. So, I'm smart. I'm like, okay, let me just get the walking. Let me get the footing it, right? So I'm footing it, and I'm short, but I got a long stride, right? So I'm rolling, I'm moving, but I ain't running because if I start running, then they might catch me. They might not think that I'm walking on them, right? So anyway, so I'm like, all right, cool. So now my brother ain't nobody around. So I'm walking, I get down to where we call the bridge. Matter of fact, it's funny because I walked past Shank House. You wasn't there either. So anyway, I walk past Shank House, and then when I go up the hill, when I get across the bridge in my neighborhood, they still behind me, and I'm like, dang, where's everybody at? So I'm like, all right, no problem. So then I get to walking down the street. Shush. I get to walking down the street, and when I walk down the street, guess who I see? Mike Pyle. And I say, Mike, I'm in trouble, bro. He said, what up, little child? I'm like, man, he said, man, come on, let's go. And that's what I'm talking about. Mike said, come on, let's go. And we went and I handled my business. But think about I'm gonna leave it right there, but I just want to give y'all a little brief little description of Mike and how he'll play a role in my life. Because you know what I mean? He was like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, I'm with it. All right, so that's Mike. All right, cool. So we'll have Mike Pyle on and we're gonna rock that out. Next up, I don't know how we're gonna roll with this one, but this is gonna be a serious matter. For some people know, some people don't know. I will introduce him to y'all when the time comes. His name is Gregory Walls, and me and Greg got a lot to talk about. Now, when he come on, I don't know. We setting some things up. We getting it together. But I want to make sure that whenever I bring people on, that I do it in the proper fashion. Make sure that we have time to discuss things or whatever the case. Hey, I don't. Me personally, I don't discuss a lot because I keep my conversations as authentic as possible. Because you can't, when you get into a situation and you start talking, like me even now, I get sidetracked. I might go off into the left in fairy land, and you had to bring me back. But when you in a conversation and you speaking your truth, then you don't really want to like pre-program it. I'm not gonna pre-program my truth. So that's what I deal with. Oh, let me see something. I'm getting some messages, man, and I gotta see something. Oh, somebody sent me a message on. I was talking about what I was talking about was actually a GoFundMe. Okay, all right. Sorry, I missed it. I missed it. It was GoFundMe. All right, but now as we are in current day, and what I wanted to address something real quick because it's near and dear to me. This war that's going on. The war is one thing, but the personal effect of it and the long-standing things of what's going to happen to people and society and everything now is something that I don't know if we are 100% all the way prepared for. And I say that because I think about my own mental state, my own condition when I went off to Desert Storm, right? Um, I was in the Marine Corps and I was young, gung ho, is what they call it. So I'm reaching out to my veterans and stuff. So if it's a veteran out there or some veterans out there, and you want to talk about some of the instances that we dealt with, because some of y'all done did more stuff than I did. Some of y'all done been in different combat situations. Been a whole lot of other things that I didn't actually face that y'all faced that are essential for people to understand the perspective on. So, like, if you want to talk about it, then you want to come on the show, then let's talk about it. Bring it on. Like I say, like my show say, turn your pain into purpose because somebody needs to hear from you. So somebody need to, oh, there we go. Don't let me get off. I swear I'll be getting sidetracked. Look, another person that I'm going to bring on is Major Luke Wright. All right, man, Luke, I'm sorry, bro. I, I'm sorry, man. You my guy. And we talked about it, and I said I'm bringing you on, man. And I don't mean to put you on last because you ain't last. You definitely top notch up in my book. Major Luke Wright. I served with him, and we got a little history. But he's doing some things that I really admire, and I'm really proud about what he's doing. And that's why I say, well, I keep on going back and forth. That's what I say when you talk about grown people needing and requiring mentorship. That can come in the way of friends. So even like Luke, like he don't know it, but I can look at him as the mentor for me, and he gives me motivation. Now, what I choose to do with it is something else. Like Luke get up in the morning and go running and all that kind of stuff. And I really want to do it. But I just ain't did it. But don't worry, I'm motivated, Luke. I'm gonna get there. But anyway, Mr. Luke Wright, the right thought. He has a book called The Right Thought. And he also is the I don't want to get his title, man. I don't want to get his title wrong. I'm gonna call he's not a lead, no, he's definitely not a liaison. He like the director of some kind. He playing the capacity for the high school JROTC throughout, I guess, North America, whatever. I don't know the full extent, so don't let me speak wrong about it. But I got Luke coming on, all right, and we're gonna get all that together, and we're gonna give y'all a lot of information to talk about it. All right, next up, let me see. Back to Desert Storm and why I went. All right, so look, I went in the Marine Corps. I'm gone home. Like, okay, I'm gonna travel. I'm gonna do this and this and that. Now, mind you, understand this. I was smart, so I went in as an actual accountant. Can you believe that? I went in as an accountant. I worked in dispersing. So I'm telling y'all what it was. I dealt with money. That's why I like to deal with. Like to deal with that bread. But I also wanted to get physical. You feel me? So like I'm just talk about the war for that. Well, I'm talk man, I got a lot to talk about. Well, how much time we got? All right. We got plenty of time, kind of sort of, because I try to keep my heart to hearts in a low time frame so I can structure some other things. Cause y'all know I'm like left and right. I'm going places and stuff like that. Like my head don't function like the regular people. I don't think. Maybe I'm on a different wavelength. But anyway, look, check it out. So back to the military. And when you go into the military, it's lonely. Like it's really lonely, man. Like, and that's the part I'm talking about. Like we these kids going 19, 18, 19, 20 years old. Say what? Anyway, these kids like 18, 19, 20 years old, and they go off to the war. And you dropped into, or you even elect to go into an environment that you know nothing about. Like nothing. Even going into just the military, it's a lonely situation. You meet friends and things like that, but you have that. I don't know if is it called attachment, like a detachment attachment. Some when you leave family, some people okay with leaving family school, but everybody somewhere along the line needs some like support system. But when you go out here in this world, it's a whole world out there happening. And I mean, it's happening, and you're required to do things, right? So that's like a mental, physical, emotional impact bottled up in you. And it's not like you really got it. It's nowhere to go with it when you in this kind of time, or when you in that kind of time. Like when we was over there, it's like it's 130 degrees in the desert. Ain't nobody gonna talk to you in 130 degrees. It's hot as a mug. Ain't no psychiatrist in the field. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta deal with it. And your body, your mind, your mental capacity, you train. But when the real deal hit, that's a whole nother ball game. Like stuff is happening. People losing their lives out there, Joe. Like people lost their lives and stuff while we was out there. You know, and I seen the recon people do some things that, man, I ain't know people had the heart to do. I'm talking about, man, you jumping in a sea and you pulling out body parts and stuff with a knife and the shocks and stuff out there, man. Who do that? I can't even swim. Well, I learned how to swim in the Marine Corps, but I still can't swim. Look, if I jump in the water right now, I'm going to the bottom. And wherever's at the bottom, man, I'm gonna be best friends because I ain't coming back up. And I just wasn't meant to swim. My body don't function that way. And I'm glad a lot of people learn how to swim, but hey, look, man, I ain't doing that. So even now, so what I'm saying is, and I don't want to get stuck on it because when I talk to Luke, we'll talk about this too. But what's happening to the people that when they come back? Like right now, you still got people in Vietnam trying to get their benefits from back in Vietnam. I mean, you getting denied. You get something, you getting denied. Like, come on, that was in Vietnam. So now we talking present day, and the Vietnam era people still ain't got what they supposed to get. So how many years you think it's going to take to catch up for the people that getting hurt now? Even for the people that are hurt now, even for myself. Like, come on. And then you don't get total being aware of the resources and stuff that are available to you, even while you're in or when you get out. I mean, you get a brief Exodus program, this and that, but everything you learn from probably be word of mouth, research. But you, again, like I said, you cannot research stuff if you don't know where you're going. Like, if I wanted to research, I don't know, like the housing market or whatever, like I can just look up housing market and do it, but what am I at? What's my objective? What am I looking for? So I have to have some sort of direction, right? So like that's that. I was just thinking about that. There was a few thoughts, and I wanted to talk about that. Oh, Nadir, I ain't forget about you, bro. I'm giving see look, I'm giving a shout out to a lot of people, and I want to give a shout out to a lot of people because this is how you expand yourself. And I even told my barber, man. I told my barber, and I'm gonna give him a shout out to Avery at the Loft Barber Shop in Romeoville. I give you a shout out, my guy, for sure, because I've been going to y'all barber shop for what, I don't know, 17 years, something like that. And you always do right by me. You know what I'm saying? Even give me a couple discounts every now and then, and that's cool. Better than T-Mobile. I've been with T-Mobile that many times, they won't even give me a free phone. You know, my phone break. I gotta go buy a whole new phone. They don't say, oh, well, Mr. Ellis, we glad you was with us for 17, 20, 18, 19 years. I'm like, all right, then if y'all was glad that I was with y'all for all this long, then can I get a phone? And they're like, I'm sorry, sir, but you want to pay this 24-month payment plan, we'll gladly help you out. But that ain't doing me no good. I still got to pay phone bill and for a phone. And I've been with you this long. Give me some credit. Shoot. So I ain't giving T-Mobile no shots out on this platform unless they say they gonna give me a phone. You give me a phone, I'll put a little sign up there that say T-Mobile. But until then, you get nothing. Okay, all right. Let's not talk about that because that's a little bit of my little psychological thing. Um, let's see. Let me see what else I'm talking about. I think I talked about a lot, and I got the point across about the war. I really wanted to talk about that real quick, loneliness, and uh, I also have some young ladies that's coming on from Benedictine College. I met them. I met them when I was up there with my wife. She was doing a event with the Deltas, and with that being said, I wanted to address some of the issues that they even faced in going away to college. Like if you're a student athlete, and you gone away to college, and it's a foreign environment or some things taking place that you want to discuss, or you want the public, you want people to know about, or you want your peers to know that you're coping with it, or somebody can learn from it, then reach out to me at info at the Unspoken Voices Podcast.com. Again, that's info at the Unspoken Voices Podcast.com. Reach out to me. Let me know what's going on, how you feeling about certain things, and we can bring it on air, connect with the people, and see what's going on. Shout out to Beverly Turner Hobbs. Shout out to Beverly. She's been a stern supporter of the old boy over here trying to make something happen. Um, and if you got a business, if you have a business in the area, it don't even have to be in the area, because what I'm trying to do is I actually want to reach people in all states. It's a podcast, it's online. So if you got a business and you got something, ain't nobody shouting you out, you want to give a shout out, then you know what? Reach out to me, because I've been thinking about one more. And before I close, I'm gonna tell y'all two more things. one thing I was thinking about, and this would I ain't monetized or none of that. I'm just a newbie in it in the podcast thing that has a heart and a passion to bring stuff to the forefront because my life been something different. Like, I ain't gonna say I'm a whole lot different than everybody else, but I've been through some things. And we gonna talk about these and survive some things. I created some things. Like, it ain't easy walking in these shoes. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy walking in these shoes. But we gonna talk about these shoes a lot. I just don't want to, we got plenty of time to get things done. You know, but if it, and I'm trying to create different avenues using the stuff that I learned in my life to highlight, not even just highlight, to build upon. So I'm thinking about this. That's what I'm thinking about. And somebody may already be doing it, but I will. I don't know if I gotta pay a spot for donations or nothing like that yet, but I'll figure out how to do it. And if you know how I should do it, let me know so I can figure it out. Because what I want to do is I'm gonna take in some donations. Check it out. I'm taking some donations. Portion of my donations will go towards some sort of advocacy, whether it be domestic violence, youth advocacy, um, homelessness. I'm definitely want to get into the homelessness. I'm gonna get into that. So I will take on the donations, and a part of that will benefit your boy for sure. Because this ain't you gotta make a living, you gotta do something, right? But I definitely want to contribute to someone else's program to help them boost up what they need because we should be helping each other. So once I get it started, or if somebody out there know how I can really get it cracking, let me know because my first objective will probably be the focus program. I definitely want to provide some extra funds for them because Willie going out of his pocket, man, and he doing a great job with these children. I just can't say enough. And so that's what I mean. So okay, so now in closing, I'm gonna say this, yo. So today we talked about reflection, reality, what's ahead, talked about the youth, talked about the cost of war, talked about veterans, some of the stories what we got coming up. What else we talk about? All right, that's about it. We talked about Shank, we talked about myself. So what I'll do is probably on I'm trying to get a schedule now. So probably on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, I will post up who my guest is going to be for Sunday show, and we're gonna proceed like that. So that'll give us time to get everything situated. So again, if you want to hear some more from me, oh, this one thing I had to say before I got up. Man, I'm scatterbrained it. All right, this is what I want to say before I got up off this joint. First, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And Chardell's Kitchen. That's my wife and Kim demonstration. They be cooking and stuff. Look them up online. Chardell's Kitchen. Look it up. They got some good food. Order some snacks and stuff like that. But I hope before I go, let me tell y'all something, man. So y'all understand this real quick. All right. When I say like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe. To subscribe is free. Ain't charging nobody nothing, right? But I keep trying to get people to understand that when you like and comment and you subscribe, it helped me get not just in Chicago and Baltimore. I don't want to just be my friend's podcast. I'm trying to be a podcast for everybody. That's anybody that's everybody. Because everybody is somebody. And your voice matters. And I want to give voice to it. So I got let me stop saying incorrect English because my mother gonna be tripping. I have about 800 people on my Facebook page, but 35 subscribers. What sense do that make? None. None whatsoever. I have 51 relatives in my immediate family. So I should have at least 51 subscribers to start off with. Because we support each other. Ain't that right? But anyway, I'm just kicking that note to y'all because I'm trying to pump this thing up, and I appreciate the support, moral, physical, or whatever the case may be. And we're going to keep on pushing, and we're going to make something happen because it's not about us. It's about everybody else. So again, like, comment, subscribe. And I'm going to drop a few things down in the comment section about some links to a couple of organizations, some links to my books. Hey, and look, check this out. Go on to either Spotify or YouTube. Or I'm everywhere, kind of, sort of. Look up this guy. This me. My pseudonym name is Poetic Picasso. And I'm going to drop something in there. I got a few songs out there that I done wrote. Right? One of them is called Project Anomaly. Check it out. And y'all see the rest of them out there. Oh, and another one is called Truth Be Told. Man, that joint's serious. So, I'm going to drop something in the comment or whatever. Nah, I'll put it in there later, whatever. But Poetic Picasso. Check me out and let's see how it work out. I appreciate the support. Love y'all. And y'all have a great evening.
This has been the Unspoken Voices Podcast with Chuck Ellis, where silence is broken, truth is spoken, and healing begins. So remember, your voice matters, your pain has purpose, and your story deserves to be heard.
So until next time,
Stay connected,
stay encouraged.
and know that your voice is never alone.